Dandy's world can be an interesting survival game, but it's honestly very hard for the designs of its twisteds to truly scare us while we're trying to escape from them. Because of this, the user Cloudy Dreams created a series of redesigns, turning them into something genuinely terrifying. Just looking at them is enough to make you feel uncomfortable. In this tape, we're going to go through every design they've made. So, let's begin. All these designs were published through their TikTok account, Goob. He's now a horrifying creature covered in arms that both hold up his head and wrap around his torso. In this version, there's still a sense of sadness in his expression. His long arms remain, but now they emerge from exposed raw flesh, just like his legs, which have been completely deformed. In the second version created by Cloudy Dreams, this idea is pushed even further. He's now much larger, and the sadness completely disappears from his face. We can finally see what his body looks like when the arms that once covered him are fully extended, revealing everything inside. His head is now held up by 4 arms, and he's even capable of opening his mouth to release even more arms from within his body. Goob will still be searching for hugs, but no one is going to be willing to give him one if they want to survive. Scraps. In this nightmare version, Scraps is surrounded by junk all over her body. Her head now reveals a skull filled with sharp fangs. A fragment of her old face is still visible, but it's completely torn apart and barely holding on. It seems that some kind of energy within her chest is what keeps Scraps alive, while the limbs from her original toon form now wrap around these new flesh-made extremities. Gigi. Gigi's original body has become completely lifeless. From her head, a new body has formed, complete with legs and torso filled with gachapon capsules, almost like insect eggs. Her face is fully distorted, stretched into a disturbing smile. From the top of her head, 2 long arms extend outward, and just like her torso, they're filled with these capsules. She appears to be able to launch them from her hands, which now have openings designed for that purpose. Astro. One of the darkest and most unsettling designs belongs to Astro. He's been turned into something truly horrific. His body is a long chain of torsos and arms that stretch far beyond what we can see. Within them, there's a disturbing fusion of flesh and bone, tinted in blue. His face frozen in agony, revealing hundreds of eyes hidden beneath his moon face. And finally, he's capable of releasing a strange purple gas from his mouth. Blot. Now transformed into a massive mass of ink, Blot can absorb any toons he catches. Their face is visible within the ink, all frozen in unsettling smiles. You can still see the white lines of his shirt in the design, and his face now carries half of a mask. His single eye has become distorted, and he wears a wide grin that emits a red glow. His hands still wear gloves, but now he can reshape them at will, often forming wild, animal-like shapes to terrify his victims. Shelly. Shelly's body has turned into an enormous monstrosity. Her skull is split in 2, covered in sharp spikes, and inside it lives something resembling a giant squid. It has dozens of small red eyes, multiple tentacles lined with countless sharp claws, and a massive mouth with jagged beak-like structures capable of tearing anything apart. And above all of this, you can still see what remains of what Shelly once was.
Channel after channel, nothing worth watching until you find something different. The best Dandy's World ideas are out there, but they're not always easy to find. That's why we bring them straight to you. Subscribe and don't miss a single one.
V. It seems that V's system has been corrupted, and through her connection to the network, she's managed to infect every system within Garden View. She has fused her body with all nearby computers, even the roulette wheel from her show. No matter where you go, if there's even the smallest trace of technology near you, V will be able to find you. Dandy. Dandy is the entity that controls everything in Garden View, and this twisted form represents that perfectly. His body has become a massive flower that spreads its roots everywhere, infecting everything it touches. Within those roots, there's a mass of living flesh that allows him to control a terrifying creature made of multiple skulls that open and devour anything in their path. Dandy can also reshape his body through different spaces, making escape nearly impossible if he decides to chase you. Brightne. In this form, Brightne transforms into something resembling a bioluminescent jellyfish. Her body is completely transparent, allowing us to see 3 skulls suspended within her head. Through her long, translucent arms, we can clearly see the ichor flowing through her body, slowly pulsing as it moves inside her. At the lowest part of her form, she has a pair of tentacles which can be extremely dangerous to the touch. Poppy. Poppy's body has completely deformed. She's now a blue mass that is barely recognizable, aside from the pink bow on her head. Her expression is one of fear and distress, and it seems her body can absorb any toon she comes into contact with, keeping them alive inside her while forcing them to share in her agony. Sprout. Sprout's appearance is almost unrecognizable. The only way we know it's him is because of the massive rotting strawberry from which numerous tentacles emerge. It now forms the body of a terrifying creature, with multiple legs, ending in sharp claws, and a disturbing face that stares directly at its prey. Eggson. Eggson has completely rotted. His body appears to be melting, becoming the perfect host for flies and worms that crawl out from the decaying eggs embedded in him. He's turned into something like a giant worm. The smell alone is enough to tell you he's nearby. And if he catches you, he'll use you to feed his beloved parasites. Dial. This version is similar to the twisted form we already know, but with elements that make him far more terrifying. His body now resembles a massive cobra, covered in multiple eyes. His head has transformed into a clock tower, and he uses his chain as a weapon, ending in a sharp, sun-like structure. If escaping the dial we know is already difficult, escaping this version feels almost impossible. Finn. With this nightmare design, Finn and Barnaby become incredibly dangerous. Finn is now something like a marine worm. The upper part of his body still has arms, but it's covered in corals and barnacles. His expression is far more disturbing, with a grin that reveals rows of sharp teeth. Barnaby is no less terrifying. His body has grown so large that it no longer fits inside Finn's tank. Instead of a small fish, he's become something monstrous, similar to the creatures found in the deepest parts of the ocean. The light from his antenna glows an intense red, and it doesn't feel friendly at all. With these designs, Dandy's World would become a game that very few people would want to play, and to those who would still dare to distract the Twisteds, they would need to be ready to jump out of their seat at any moment. Personally, I wouldn't want to run into this terrifying version of